I'm gonna be honest. A lot of these content creator videos, how to be an influencer 2024, how to start your YouTube channel, a lot of those videos are real generic, and it's no shade. But I think you deserve to know the truth. I'm gonna tell you guys my tips on how to start up your content creator career in 2024, telling you the non-cliche things and all the things that I've learned and kind of unpopular opinions from my own personal perspective. So stay tuned. But before we get into the video, hi, my name is Lisa. I make fashion, lifestyle, and travel related content. And sometimes I like to chat. So if you're into all that, be sure to subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss a single video. So I've actually been doing content creation for a very long time, since I was 14 years old. It's been over 10 years. Okay. I'm proud of it, but I'm not proud of it because obviously I'm not where I want to be, but I know what it's like to be consistent. I know what it's like to be inconsistent. I've seen the highs and lows of this content creator stuff. So I'm about to put y'all on. I'm going to mostly be speaking from the YouTube lens because that is my main platform for content creation. That's the one that I know the most about. But in general, if you're thinking about pivoting into other platforms for content creation, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, I would still encourage you to watch because you can definitely still take some tips from this. So first and foremost, I will admit to you that being a creator, influencer in 2024 is extremely hard. It's not going to be easy, period. And that is because everybody wants to be an influencer right now. Like when I first started YouTube, it was embarrassing. Okay. Nobody wanted to do this. No one even knew I had a YouTube channel for a very long time. Now everybody wants to be an influencer. It's a lot more competitive. It's a lot more difficult because there's just so many influencers now. People realize that this is a way to leave your 9-to-5. Now everybody wants to do it. If you are not passionate about this, you will not last. The content creation world is not for the weak. First of all, people are rude. Okay. As a micro influencer, when you're just starting up, people are not going to really have that much to say to you, but it still does pop up from time to time. You have to be used to people perceiving you and people being critical of what you put out. I think it's all things that people don't really mentally prepare themselves for before they jump into the field of content creation. But in addition to that, it actually requires a lot of work. Depending on what platform you're doing your content creation on, it varies. But if you want to do this YouTube thing, this is not for the weak, especially if you still have a regular life while doing this. Like if you're in school, if you're working a full-time job, you will intentionally have to be setting time aside to do this. And it's not going to be rewarding for a very long time. Your passion is absolutely going to have to keep driving you because 9 times out of 10, most people don't see the numbers for a minute. You have to care more about the craft than the money or the result. Because right now I feel like a lot of people are more attracted to the life of influencing rather than the art behind content creation. Just be mindful of that. It's harder now than ever to be an influencer. But I say all that to say, my next point is this is the exact reason why it's time to start. I would not postpone starting at all. If you've been thinking about it, this is your sign, babe. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. You've thought enough. Get started. So next, I hear mixed opinions about this. Like some people, when they first start their channel, they get caught up in researching what is the best vlogging camera? What is the best equipment? I know that is a place that a lot of people initially think they need to go. And I'm not going to lie to you either. A lot of people are also like, you don't need none of that equipment. Record on your phone. And they're not being truthful either. If you don't have a phone with high camera resolution, do not record on your phone. Times have changed now. People actually care about video quality and definition. It's more attractive and more appealing to watch high resolution video. I would suggest investing in a cheap used camera. You can get them from eBay. You can get them from your local camera shop. You can even get them from Depop or the thrift store sometimes. Invest in that because that is what's going to matter. I think all the other stuff like lighting and editing software, that's a little bit less important. But I will say don't invest in any expensive equipment until you've been consistent for 2 to 3 months. I think the problem is a lot of people start or think they want to do content creation, realize it's too hard, but then you've invested so much money in something that you're never going to pick up again. Definitely don't do that. I think 2 to 3 months of consistency is a good place to really grasp if this is something that you actually want to do. Okay, my next point is kind of an unpopular opinion because I don't feel like I hear a lot of people say this, but focus on one platform. I think right now, with social media being as popular as it is right now, there's just a lot of pressure to cross promote, to cross post, to cross content creation all over the place. And it can honestly be so overwhelming. Trust me, I've done it and I literally wanted to pull my hair out of my head. They will tell you like these outlandish things that you need to post like 3 TikToks a day and post a post on Instagram every day and post on YouTube 3 times a week. The average person cannot keep up with that level of content while also having a full-time job or honestly just having a life. I think it's most important to figure out what platform that you're most interested in and pour all of your love and your attention and time into that platform. For me, that is YouTube. So I use all of the features on here damn near. Like I can be a lot more consistent than what I am right now, but I know that if I poured all of my time into YouTube, the platform that I care about, that I would absolutely grow and have success. And may I just add, obviously I'm not where I want to be with my YouTube career quite yet, but I can attest that this really does work because the times when I have poured all my attention into YouTube, and I mean all my attention, y'all, I'm talking about posting shorts every single day, posting YouTube videos twice a week. Those are the times when I've generated the most results at a rapid rate. So this does work, but I will be back once I hit 1 million subscribers to really show y'all how good it works. So stay tuned. Coming soon. Because even in utilizing Instagram and utilizing TikTok, all of my content reflects back to YouTube. I'm cross promoting on Instagram and TikTok for people to come to my YouTube because that's what I care about. So I think once you figure that out, it's going to make content creation a little bit less stressful. Okay. This one is super unpopular, but I don't care because I think this is another one of those things that just intimidates people a lot. Is optimal times. Especially on TikTok, I think I spent so much time trying to understand when is the best time to post on TikTok to blow up. There's so many articles that will tell you, no, this is the best time. No, this is the best time. And you're like trying to figure out which one is the real best time. Analytics. At the end of the day, it's most important to see what your analytics say. YouTube is really good because it will tell you what time most of your audience is online. And I now use that as my baseline on what days to post. Definitely don't be too fixated on that. For a long time, I was very optimal time heavy and it kept me from posting because I'm like, well, I already missed the day to upload. Any day is the day to upload. It doesn't matter. But if you are going to really be following a time, follow the time that's in your analytics based off of your audience. But really at the end of the day, what's most important is your consistency. Whether you post on a Sunday or post on a Monday or 3 p.m. or 1 a.m., like it's about your consistency. Regardless if you're following optimal times at all, as long as the platform keeps seeing your face, you will do numbers regardless of what time you post. You don't even need to post on the same schedule. Consistency is more important than timing. Okay, my next point is going to sound harsh, but I say with love. My next point is no one is going to care about what you're putting out. You have to make them care. Starting out, people literally don't know who you are. Now, sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with trends because of this, because obviously like the general idea is like, yeah, like obviously post trending content so you can be more likely to have your video be discovered. But if you really think about it, if 500,000 people are participating all in the same trend, like it's very easy for your video to just get washed in the trend. Like it could blow up, but it also very much could just be lost in the sea of trendiness. What I try to do is to put my own personal spins on trends to make myself come across a little bit different. Like for example, everybody and their moms is doing a weekly vlog. I've put a little spin on my own weekly vlogs in the title because I call my series Living Alone-ish. Now, there's a lot of living alone series. A lot of people weekly vlog living alone in their apartments. I call mine Living Alone-ish because I do live alone-ish. Like I live with my sister and my baby nephew, but like it really is almost as if I live alone. So that's one of the ways I'm making myself a little bit different, putting my own twist on something that's trending right now. Even doing a video like this, like I do this kind of stuff obviously because I do enjoy it and I genuinely like to help people and connect with people on this kind of level. But I also recognize that people are clicking on this not necessarily because of me, but because they want to know how to blow up in 2024 as a content creator. Like it's a win-win. I'm winning because you clicked on this video, but you're winning because you're getting tips from me. It's a win-win. So people either want to gain something from watching your video, or you just need to find a way to make yourself stand out. And I think it's about a balance, right? Like, I still do Q&As, but I know nobody cares about what I have to say. Nobody's asking me to do a Q&A. I want to talk and I want to answer questions. I like to do Q&As, okay? But I recognize that that's not going to be the video that's going to blow me up. I know that's not going to be the video that people are dying to watch and click. So it's just about a balance. It's about being mindful. I love Q&As, but I'm not about to turn my channel into a Q&A. So this next one is once you start building a little bit of traction, once you become like a micro influencer and you have brands reaching out to you wanting to work with you. I actually did a whole video on how to get sponsorship deals as a small influencer. I will link that here and also in the description. Go watch that because I go a lot more in depth than what I'm about to do right now. But a lot of people say, do not take brand deals that aren't paying you. Like, you'll hear the bigger YouTubers even say that. And I think that there is a time for that. But if you are a micro influencer, that is not your time. I think as a micro influencer, it is important to work with the brands that come your way. Now, I'm not saying take every single sponsorship that comes your way. I still turn things down, not because of money, but I turn things down because I'm not interested in the product. If you're turning things down, turn it down for that reason. But don't turn things down because you expect to get paid and you're not getting paid. I'll tell you right now that you aren't going to start getting paid until you hit a certain level of traction. But the reason why I think it's important to take gifted collaborations without any pay is because it gains exposure. It allows other brands to find you and to see that you're marketable and to see that you're responsible enough to work with. That's why I do it. Black influencers in general consistently get lowballed in terms of compensation and just brand deals in general. These companies be trying to play. But I think as a micro influencer, understand that you are not there yet. You will be there, but before we get there, we got to put in the work before we get there. My last point I'll say, which I actually think is arguably probably one of the most important points, is that this job requires a certain level of delusion. I'm extremely delusional, okay? When I do my videos and when I do my vlogs, like every time I record, I'm talking as if I'm talking to a big audience. I'm talking as if there's 500K people watching me. I know 500K people aren't watching me, but I still talk like it. Like I say things like, yeah, my last video, I know you guys have been keeping up with this. I know you guys have been keeping up with that. I know y'all saw my Instagram post. I know that's not the case most of the time. I know it's not, but I'm attracting that for myself through speaking like that. I'm practicing for the bigger thing to come through speaking like that. And also it's like, you never know what video is going to attract that really big audience. So I think it's just good practice to be talking in your videos as if you have an actual fan base following you. Like, I'm appreciative for y'all who do keep up with my videos, but I'm aware. But it's the delusion I insist on carrying because I know the lifestyle that I want for myself and I know that it is going to happen. You have to think of yourself bigger than what you already are in the humblest way possible. And that's what I choose to do every time I turn this camera. I'm doing it today. Even as I'm doing this, I'm like, this is going to help so many people. I already know it. Like, put that energy out there. You have to believe it. I just trust that God's going to do his thing every time I record. And even if he didn't do his thing yet, he's going to do his thing next time around or eventually. Like, that is it for my tips. I hope you guys found this helpful. I try my best to stay away from the cliche things that everybody says. Like, I wanted to keep it honest and authentic to like even things that I struggled with in content creation. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and I will see y'all in my next one.